Henning. I'm going to ask Alderman Henning to lead us in prayer.
Pray with me, please. Dear Lord, we thank you for this day you've given us. Lord, we thank you for your many, many blessings you give us in this city. Lord, I pray that we would honor you with things we say and do tonight as we go about the city's business. Lord, we love you and thank you for all you do for us. Amen.
Amen. Again, good afternoon, everybody. Good to see all of you here. Thank you for coming. First on our agenda is to approve the regular board meeting held on May 19th, 2026. Need a motion.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor, aye, or raise your hand. Our appearance this evening is Ryan Holmes.
Good evening, everyone. Just got one thing. Last meeting, we brought up and discussed the airport AWAS situation. We talked about giving y'all next meeting to discuss or have any questions to follow up. But if y'all have any questions, I'll take them. But we would like permission to move forward trying to put together the bid documents on that, if y'all are okay with that.
Second.
All in favor, say aye. Thank you. Thank you, Ms. Holmes.
Thank y'all.
All right. Mike McKenzie.
Yes, sir. Got a couple of things I need to hit you guys cold with. I'm going to give you some drawings. Sketches. So back in April, we got 2 calls within 2 weeks of each other about striping parking issues, parking space issues that were causing safety problems. The first one was from the Catholic Church. They have handicapped parking spaces on both sides of the street in front of their building, but they're situated such that if you park in either one of them and then try to get out and go up the sidewalk of the ramp, you park in front of the access. I don't know how they've managed to deal with it all these years. Maybe they have just finally got somebody that's empathic at this point, but it was kind of a silly layout. So that was the first call we got, and that's on the first page there. The second call we got was from a business owner over on West Cherokee complaining about the ingress and egress of the parking lot behind those buildings. So you're talking about Betty's Eat Shop, the Test Prep Center, I think Taco Soup, Well Dressed Man. It's several of them that come out of that parking space. And what you have is you got 2 parking spaces there. It's really one, but I'm sorry, it's 2, but 1 for sure. If you park a truck there, then you've blocked your vision of all the northbound traffic, so it made a safety issue trying to jump out into South Jackson Street. And so we threw a quote package together to rearrange the striping to deal with both those issues. And we've got quotes from Park Right Striping out of Hattiesburg for $13,860, and from Traffic Control Products for $18,795. If this is something that we're interested in fixing, then we'd recommend using Park Right for $13,860.
I hadn't looked at the budget.
It is something we're hitting you cold with. It's just, again, we had those 2 requests in the same week, and so.
Would you mind coming by the office and we can
Absolutely.
talk about it?
Yep.
Okay.
Take that under advisement.
Thank you.
The other thing is, I know everybody's getting calls about rain and flooding and flash floods and et cetera, right? So, some of these are probably going to be, some of these pictures are going to be familiar to you because they've been going on for decades. The pictures that I'm showing you are in the Center Street, Minnesota, St. George, Beauregard, Turner. These are issues that have been going on again for years and years, and talking with the mayor about it, he can remember back when he was a policeman, having to get people out of houses. As far back as 2008, my company, at the request of the then mayor, actually tried to apply for a hazard mitigation grant for about $2 million that would have done a lot of work down that drainage basin. It was unsuccessful. So what we've got right now is, if you go to the last page, Delta Regional Authority has a community infrastructure fund. They opened up a funding availability last week on the 26th. We have until August the 24th of this year to work up an application and turn it in. Mr. Mooney.
Who motion? It don't matter? Okay.
Okay. Be quiet, Mike, that's what you're saying.
So,
Okay.
Mayor,
Yeah.
what about the other streets on this funding project that they have, where you have these other areas? I mean, we're looking at all over town, but I'm just asking.
We're gonna do one section at a time, and let me make sure you hear me. We're gonna try to start doing one section at a time. With these projects and with these grants, if they give us this grant, this time, we're gonna apply for it again to do some more sections to, I'm not talking about just, these are the worst ones. And so, some of the worst ones, I'll say it like that. These are some of the worst ones. I've been in them, walked some of them. These are some of the worst ones. And I just talked with Ryan and Ms. McKenzie and Jason, and so we're going to get a map of every city drainage, every ditch, and so we're going to start cleaning them out section at a time. Hopefully we can get this problem solved, because everything's run downhill. And when it gets downhill, it gets into these streets that you see. It runs downhill, and that's where it empties out at, downhill, and finally flows into the Boca Chica River. And so we start working upstream to get these things done. I think that we can solve most of the drainage problem until it can run down here, because we got to place pipes, drainage pipes, that's still the downhill area. I hope I'm saying this right, Mike.
You are. It's going to be a monumental effort, and it is widespread. It's not just in one spot.
No, it's not one spot.
It's not, but it's, you got to start. So.
But it culminates downstream.
Yes, sir. I mean, you got to start on the downstream end and work your way back up, and that's what that aerial photograph that I showed you. It would start down at South Washington and work its way back up into those areas that I'm talking about.
Correct. So we're going to work diligently, I'll use that word, to try to get our ditch problem solved. We can't do it overnight, and we can't do it in a day or two. But we're going to work hard to get these problems taken care of. It's going to take some time, but we're going to do it. Yes, sir, Ms. Phillips.
Yes, I just wanted to duly noted, well, I don't want to stop the project, but I want to duly noted that that other flood problem that we had over there with Miss Jones on Congress Street, that's flooding that whole thing out over there.
On Lipsy?
Lipsy Street, Congress Street, and all down off up in there.
Yeah.
I've been asking about this stuff for the last administration and this administration. So I just wanted to duly note that I want to put those streets on it.
Duly noted. Anything else? Any other questions for McKenzie?
Yeah, I guess being new on that behalf, I guess, listening to everybody talk, is there any way that we can, I don't really know what we had those priority. Is there any way we can get something, I guess, showing basically, I guess, we're saying we're working on the most priority, which I kind of agree with Ms. Spiller with that concern. So how can we go by, I guess, knowing downstream where's the biggest problem, and just can we get something showing in phases, I guess, with that a possible plan?
Yeah, I think, and that's kind of what the mayor alluded to. That's exactly what he asked Ryan and I.
Okay.
Did we have a map? What I heard him ask me was, do we have a map that shows all the city's ditches? And the answer is, we've got a starting point for that. I think we all have anecdotal information on where our problems are, quote unquote. We know about that, and, you know, we all got a problem area in our ward, right? We know where that might be. It's just gonna be getting it on that map. Some of them are easy. Some of them are, because they happen every time it rains hard. Some of them aren't. Likewise, some of them are gonna be easy to fix. Some of them aren't. Some of it's gonna be extremely expensive because we have a very, very, very old drainage system in the old parts of town. We're talking 1930s. It's going to, lots of work, lots of undersized drainage structures.
Do you have an update on the drainage over by the old Piggly Wiggly in there where they're trying to?
Yeah, not much of one, but they came, so the afternoon thunder shower that we had yesterday surcharged the system. They came down this morning, they were here at 7, Suncoast is who I'm referring to. They came down and started jetting that line out. They got a lot of sand and a lot of debris out of the line, so we're pretty positive we've got a break somewhere. But they spent about 4 hours and called me and said, look, there's so much water in the system from the storm drains and everything. He said, y'all must be interconnected to every storm drain in the area because we're just getting tons of clean water coming through. He said, we're wasting time. We just need to pull off and come back once all this water's gone, and so that's what we agreed to do. And I'm staying in contact with the business owner over there. We talk every time it rains, and
Does clean water mean that's?
Clean water means you're getting water straight off the road and straight out of the storm drains.
Not out of the water system.
Right, not out of the water system.
Okay.
Yeah, out of the storm drains,
Yeah.
which we don't need. Okay.
Thank you, Mike.
Yes.
Yeah. For him, for that grant? We did, did we?
Yes.
No? Okay, we need a motion for the grant.
Yes, we did.
We did vote.
You got the motion, but we didn't vote.
We did
All in
vote.
favor,
It's
sign
a
aye.
full vote. I called you.
Opposes? Okay, thank you. Thank you, Ms. McKenzie. Appreciate you so very much. Robert McFerrin from Brodus.
Yes, good evening, Mayor. Good evening, Alderman and Alderwoman. I appreciate the opportunity to come here to talk to you about what our company does. I work for Brodus Engineering and Brodus Associates. We do tornado shelters. We built 30 of them across the state of Mississippi. We are breaking ground this week on one in Fayetteville, as well as we're getting ready to do 6 in Alabama. So I bring that up as those were part of the Hazard Mitigation Grant Program and CV Community Development grants. We also do police stations. We do hardened facilities. We do a lot of fire stations across the state. I'm currently a project manager on the fire station in Hattiesburg, fire station number 2, which today I also brought with me Mark Williams from Mark Williams and Associates out of Biloxi. He's an architect who's familiar with hardened facilities, detention centers, fire stations. We've worked with him in the past. We also are currently working with him right now on the fire station in Hattiesburg. But I was here a couple of weeks ago, Mayor, and I got to meet with their chief of police, and he did walk the site with me and expressed the need for a police detention center. Looking at the BRIC grant requirements, we need to beef it up a little bit more than just a police station or just a detention center. I think it'd be beneficial if you had an emergency operations center, if you had a community distribution area. It'd be as well as a tornado safe room for 250 to 500 people, to make that a hardened facility, and that way you have continuity of operations and continuity of your government and your local government. It's something that we're familiar with, and as I'm speaking, I want to turn it over to Mark. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, it's okay. So I've done about 33 fire stations and first responder facilities down in Biloxi, Mississippi. Many of them have survived Hurricane Katrina. That's exactly what we do is hardened facilities. This is something we did for D'Iberville, Mississippi. We started with a pencil sketch. We get into 3D rendering and 3D modeling. Then my actual construction drawings. I'm going to blow through these pretty quick. I know in the interest of time, I don't want to bore you guys to tears, but I'm just going to kind of go through these and let Rob talk about the BRIC grant process program.
So the BRIC process requires a complete set of drawings and a complete set of specs to be completed and already be shovel ready as I speak. There's other methods that we can, other funding programs that we can look at, either going through state bonds or we can look at the HMGP or the CDBG. And those really don't require the full set of plans and the full funding and for whatnot, but you can get through at least schematic design with the architect to have those other funding resources available. But the brick one does require that. So, but in order to be competitive at the state level, because they're going to be the requester at FEMA to request those funds. Now, it's a 75-25. FEMA pays 75%. The state and or the local government pay the other 25%. So I know that we've mentioned about other means and methods to get that 25%, you know, even whether it be through appropriations through Congress, through your state representative or state legislator. That's another means to pick up that other 25% outside of FEMA. So that's basically what I'm here to let you know. That's exactly what we do. We have a very high success rate. We have a good relationship with MEMA, as well as other state emergency management agencies, to include Texas. That's where I'm from originally. But I do live in Meridian, so we have an office here in Tupelo. Our headquarters is in Austin. We have about 250 employees, and we do about $16 billion in construction every year. But my main focus is on disaster recovery, brick grants, HMGPE, and community block development grants. And you can see that some of these, there's a police station in Waynesboro that Mark has done. Our belief is if you do something like just a police station and detention center, if you incorporate a safe room and or the traffic court as a safe room, or you know, you have an emergency operations center, you have resiliency, you have to have those key words in that grant. If you don't have those in there, the FEMA will not, you know, approve it.
So this was a combination facility here where we did a police station and a fire station that were adjoined, and they were separated by the Sally Port, which was an interesting project. We did 2 different schemes for them. They unfortunately never got funding to build it, but that was an exercise we went through.
And this is Gulfport Police Station that we did, our company did, working with a different architect. But it's a hardened facility. It's meant to withstand hurricanes. It's meant to withstand tornadoes. You know, to making sure that this police station or this community resilience center that you're going to, you know, public safety center, you're going to have generator backup. You're going to have, it's going to be out of a floodplain. If, you know, we got to make it out of a floodplain for FEMA to fund it. But those are, we know all those requirements. Our company, we have a team consisted of myself, another gentleman in Florida that does nothing but grant writing. But we can help you through that process and get y'all, you know, what you need and to make you more resilient so that you can bounce back and not have such a big disaster. I've visited the police station, and it's not going to take but a little bit of high winds, you know, to knock that old DPS building down. And it's outdated. It's you don't have a place to detain folks, detox folks. And honestly, it still has a popcorn ceiling in some of the rooms, but that's just me.
This was another facility we did that was a combination facility. This has an EOC center. It houses the Red Cross, FEMA, MEMA, the police department, fire department, the mayor, the city council. So it gathers everybody in one building, one place, when we're under a threat for a hurricane. We have TV screens all around the top of the ceiling line, and everybody can participate. We have movable desks that have plug-ins for internet, for television, communications. They're various located in floor outlets, so we can set up that room however we need to set up to address that facility. We also have a fire training facility in the back of this station, which is made out of transport container boxes, which is a pretty interesting project. They have a burn room in there. They have confined training. They do rappelling. So it's quite an interesting project.
Did I see that this is not only new construction, this is, you've done some renovation?
I have. We've renovated 3 fire stations in Biloxi under a hazard mitigation grant for FEMA, where we took an existing facility that was built in the 60s, and it wasn't hardened. It didn't have the continuous load path that.
What do you call it? What constitutes being hardened?
There's a whole list of things, but
I see.
basically it has,
More than just brick, either concrete, core filled CMU, and a certain dimension, not just single layers.
right. When we build in CMU, all the cells are full of rebar and concrete, so it's not just a hollow concrete block. They're full of concrete and reinforcing steel. This particular photograph shows the EOC facility in the back of that fire station you just looked previously, and that's the room that houses all the televisions, and that's it under construction.
So what qualifies for this grant? I mean, what we gotta do to move forward to qualify?
To qualify, you know, if we just go forward with just the police station and just the detention center, it's gonna be weak when it goes to FEMA. So we want to incorporate being resilient and mitigating future damages, and say, hey, we want to build a hardened facility so that will withstand a tornado, or that will withstand a 2x4 going 220 miles an hour, you know, a direct hit, and it'll protect your folks and your government.
So what you need from the board, Dustin, is something I'm pretty sure that you in the forefront of.
Yeah, I'm not real sure what the next step is. They presenting this to us so for information, and then.
Yeah, I can follow up with the directions and requests. Like, if we're gonna move forward with the brick grant, y'all need to select an architect, an architecture firm. There's procurement rules that you have to follow to do that. And then if you select the architecture firm, y'all can begin those drawings and at least get it through the schematic design and sit down with him and tell him your needs. And we can be in the same room, we can represent you as the city or as the mayor saying, hey, we want a tornado safe room, we want generators, we want every these requirements.
An EOC facility.
Yeah. Do y'all have an
It's
emergency
a time,
operations center?
it's time
Yeah, we
restricted.
got one. We have an emergency operations center.
Is it time restricted on this grant? Is it a certain? time?
No. So right now, all the brick grants for Mississippi are due the middle of June, June 15th. And so we would be targeting next June to actually submit the application to Mississippi, and then Mississippi will forward it on to FEMA.
And you said it's a 2575?
It is, but for brick grant, it's a little bit different because you got to fund the architecture firm first. But that fee is recouped when you do get accepted into the brick program. They'll reimburse the city for that fee.
Mr. Spiller?
Mayor, so you can get with him and the chief and y'all work that out and see?
Yeah, we're gonna get with them and also the engineer
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
and see what we can come up with.
Okay.
It'll be mostly the police chiefs heading it up, but also we want to make sure that it's done the way we want it done.
100%.
So we'll set up a meeting. You can just
Okay.
call the chief, and we can set up a meeting with him and our engineer, and then we'll move forward. How about that?
Yep. Thank you, Mayor. I appreciate your
Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Gary Combs is not here. Mr. Patrick Brown.
I have nothing for now.
Okay. Mr. Jason Markham.
Good evening, everybody. I wanted to reiterate on the calls. I've been getting a lot of calls as far as the drainage. I want to first thank Mr. McKenzie and everything that you're doing, and I also want to thank the board also because I've been getting calls from each and every last one of you all due to your constituents. So I could really appreciate you all being very proactive in this situation. And I also want to thank Mayor. Mayor, you had your boots on the ground, checking out these ditches right along with us. So, you know, right out there looking in the rain and trying to pay attention to these situations. So, and I could really appreciate that. So I don't want to put the cart before the horse. I know it's something that you're working on to try to make sure everybody is getting taken care of. So to all the calls that I'm getting, we actually working, like you said, very diligently to make sure all the drainage is getting taken care of. I also want to note that I want to thank the fire department because they've already started flushing these hydrants. So if you so happen to get some calls of low pressure or something due to water, just keep in mind that the fire departments are out flushing and it's going to be water down the road. So, you know, a lot of times we get calls about water leaks or something like that in those times. So just, you know, just be mindful that they are out flushing. So I really appreciate that. And I don't really have much. I got some things that I wanted to address in the executive session, unless y'all have anything for me.
Thank you, Mr. Markham.
Thank you, Dick.
Fire Chief.
Pretty good looking fire stations in some of those pictures there. Just putting that out there.
You got all you need.
I got one
You
station
got
that
5 years ago. You got a new one 5 years ago.
1970, you know, model one station. Anyway, like Jason was saying, we are flushing plugs, and he stole my little thing because I was going to throw him under the bus. If your water dirty, call the water department. But it happens. We stir everything up, but we're going through that, and that's our annual thing. We did finish our aerial apparatus operator class, and we now have 8 certified aerial apparatus operators. So that's just in anticipation of the new truck. So we'll be certified liability-wise to do it. That's all I got, unless y'all got something. All right, thank you.
Any questions? Thank you, Chief. Mr. Daniel Rhett.
Good evening. Just a couple updates to quell some of the rumors going around the city and town. Popeyes opened up Monday, 10 a.m. with a grand opening. And as far as I can tell, everything has been going good with them. Nukes is on board to finish up their first phase when they can get it. They're getting everything finalized to start with the build out of the actual buildings. Getting all certificates permitted, so they should be up and coming. Last I heard about Betty's is they're looking at end of July. And the project manager and architect there seems to feel that they're on track with that one.
Any questions?
You get those letters out to them structures on Cohan we talked about. I sent you those houses in that building I was telling you about on Cohan Street. The old.
Oh, I've got them back there. I'm getting all the letters together on them.
Okay. Well, we on the Jones Meat Market. Have you ever heard anything else back from them?
Last time I tried to contact them, I haven't heard back from them. So.
Also, probably need to contact the owners of the car wash. It's starting to grow up, so you probably need to start cleaning that car wash.
One down on Monticello?
Yes. That's it for me.
Thank you, Daniel. Tiana LaBroche. And Police Chief Justin Bedford.
So it's been almost a year. A few days now will be 1 year, so just wanted to tell you some great news. I think most of the public will agree with us, but when you look at our overall numbers on crime, we're less than 50% than we were a year ago. That's just truly amazing. To give you just some stats from this past May, we did have 68 accidents, 77 disturbances, 7 juvenile calls that we handled, 71 animal control, close to 1,000 extra patrol type scenarios. Violent crime is if something happens, we're usually right there arresting them, or a day or two later have arrested them. So it's pretty amazing when you look at that, and that 50% is pretty conservative, because if you compare some of the individual things that has happened a year ago to today, we have some zeros in some of those categories. So it's really good. It's exciting, and things are moving pretty forward at the police department. We have our first one fixing to graduate in June, So we're really excited about that, be graduating. And we're pretty well close to getting fully staffed, which is something that I know several of you asked me a year ago when you appointed me, how would we find that many policemen? We're down to our last 2 openings.
Any questions for Chief?
Chief Raphael, I wanted to find, see where we were. I noticed we had 5 investigators, and I was just trying to see where are we at, and are we getting back with some of the family members from these cold cases?
All right, so we have presented 2 of those to the grand jury. One of them made the paper a while back. The other one is, I believe, continued to this next grand jury. So we should have one of the other cold cases coming to justice here shortly. But there was such a backlog of them. I don't have the exact number, but it was several, more than you count on your fingers. And so each one of those, it's taken us about 6 straight months to go back, rebuild that case, interview everybody, and then come forward. But we are working on those. So we're still constantly working. We got another one here we're getting real close on now. And then there's 2 that we're working on real close right now. But there's probably 8 or 7 more out there. Because like a year ago in May, if you read the headlines of the Daily Leader for Memorial Weekend, you had 2 or 3 shot, 5 shootings, all separate instances, 1 killed. And so this one, we're glad to say, we had 0 of those. We did have a domestic with a stabbing, but it was not life-threatening.
So do you think, and I'm just asking a question, do you think we can probably reach out to the family members at least once a month or somewhere? I'm just asking. I'm not telling anything. I said, do you think we can reach out to the family members at least once a month if we have a cold case investigator, to where they can just say, hey, look, we haven't forgotten you, and we still checking. Can we at least do that?
Oh yes, I'll put that down. We'll start that. We can definitely do that.
Appreciate it.
Chief, I just want to thank the chief for hard work for this year. It's duly noted, and the town thanks you and your staff for all y'all doing. It's definitely, you can tell the difference in the city. It's breathing better.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, Chief. All right, that concludes our appearances. We can now move into other businesses. Receive and award the off-road diesel bid. We have 2. One from Aubrey Walls, $4.24 gallon, and one from Kaiser Enterprises, $4.37. Aubrey Walls is the lowest bid.
So move.
Second. All in favor? Sign aye, raise your hand. Thank you. Aubrey Walls is where we'll be going to. We have numbered items 2 through 3. Motion and second, all in favor? Opposers? Thank y'all so very much. Thank y'all. And we'll start with Mr. Spiller.
The things that I had were in reference to what we could talk about in the executive session, but I do want to talk about North Jackson Street and these 18-wheelers that's coming down through there, plus the speeding that's going down through there, because it's we had one person that lost their life the other day, well, yesterday, and it's kind of heartening to see a person that's taking pride in his community and was always out he would always be out picking up trash and doing things and picking up sticks and putting it in piles and stuff like that. So it's a sad situation for a person to lose their life just by getting hit by a vehicle. And I just want to say sorry to the family for, this sad circumstance that has happened. And especially, that happened in my ward, and I just want to let them know that my heart goes out to you, and my prayers go out as well. And I get my other paperwork over to Tion and Jason. That's all.
Thank you. Mr. Hines?
I just want to acknowledge all the wards and all the citizens that I'm a person asking you guys. I kind of like small groups and whatnot, so I really, I guess, challenge everyone that has an organization, a group, or something you have going on to invite us out. Again, because I really want to see our community thrive. So again, it requires more than just me. So it's not about just me. So I'm saying I want you to invite me out. And let's work together based on things you want to get done. So I think each ward has its own identity. So I think that's very important that as you guys want your ward to look a certain way, it's important as I advocate for you, I didn't know how you think about your own ward. I think it's important because every ward is different. Every ward has its own amenities. So I think it's important that you guys allow me to do that when you have, and I just really advocate for you guys having neighborhood watch meetings or whatever kind of meetings you're having. Please invite me out. I just think it's important that we do those things. It requires the neighbors to be neighbors, and then we can kind of hone in on some of the small problems we have, whether it's noise, unruly neighbors, or partying. But it starts you guys being loving each other first. I think that's very important we do that. Also, we've got an event tomorrow, June the 3rd. We got a guy in Copiah County that had what you call a clean slate, and they're basically at the Copiah County Safe Room. They're allowing second chances, in which actually Mr. Patrick Beasley is a part of this also, which he actually him and the person that's doing it, he know him real well. Asking you guys, if you guys, I guess, have felonies and looking to try and get your records expunged, basically doing that tomorrow, June 4th, for free. So asking everyone, I guess, in Brookhaven, again, it's not that far. Gardner's right off the interstate. Again, you guys want a second chance, please go there. And then lastly, we have also an activity. It's called Unity in the Community. And it's kind of like go inside where, again, that we're asking everybody to participate. Again, it's not about one person. This is by our community. We're asking everybody to take part in. We've got, if you bring in, I guess, anything, we want everybody to be part. We're trying to find entertainment. We've got a young guy that basically going to be a fifth grader, going to sing the national anthem. We're really trying to make everybody feel like this is our home, and everybody be proud of your home. And that's what we want to think there. So again, overall, everything went well. Thank you guys, Mayor. That's all I got.
Thank you, Mr. Hines. Ms. McGee?
Mayor, I have no report.
Thank you. Moore?
Yes, Mayor. Do we have any contact information for waste management on y'all website? Because I'm getting calls about damaged garbage can, missed garbage cans. So I guess you can get the information out on your website. I don't know if you have it on there or not. Because a lot of people don't know that 1-800 number to call to report a broken garbage, a missed garbage can. There's been several calls this week on them, so on those things. The more information, I don't know if Pat can put that out on the website or not, but I'm getting more calls with waste management than usual. And also, June 20th will be the Juneteenth celebration. The parade will start at 12 at the old Piggly Wiggly Inn at AL lot. That's where pretty much the celebration will begin. That will be June the 20th. Parade starts at 12 on that day. That's it, Mayor.
Thank you, and we'll get that on our website. Mr. Brown, we'll get it there and make sure we put it on our website and our Facebook page and keep reposting to make sure that everybody knows. Now, if you can't get them, and I'm hoping that people that are watching, if you can't get them with the 800 number or the information on the website, call the office. And I'll make sure that I talk with David about what's going on, because he wants to hear, he wants to know. And thank God they got cameras and things on their trucks, so they can see, he can pull it up on his camera of what's happening with those trucks, what's going on. If they're knocking over mailboxes, he can see it. I think this holiday kind of got folks confused, because it got me confused. Monday, I didn't think they was gonna pick anything up, but they did. And so my garbage can was run it over. But I waited until Sunday and had to bite the bullet until this next Monday. And so that's how I got my garbage out. So I'm quite sure a lot of people got confused. And so from now on, we will try to inform the public about what days they're picking up, what days they're not picking up. If it's a holiday, hey, we're not picking up this holiday. And then the schedule change, we're gonna put it on there. And so we'll try to work on that as much as we can. Ms. Brown?
I just wanted to make a quick note to Mr. Moore and also Mayor. The waste management information is on our website. If you go to the city's webpage, www.brookhaven-ms.gov, click on City Hall. Under Departments, you'll see Waste Management. Has all the information regarding the contract for waste management, including the 800 number to report any issues. And we'll also post it to our Facebook, but just wanted to make that note for the live stream as well.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Brown. Ms. Tate?
Good evening. I don't have anything. You all said about the garbage, so thank you. That's all I have.
Good evening. I got a lot of calls right too. Ms. Stewart?
I have no report.
Ms. Henny?
Jason, I'm gonna be turning one in. I guess it's gonna be called North Cassidy. It's between Chickasaw and Chippewa. That sidewalk is actually a drain pipe. It's a ditch that's got, that concrete on top of it. So about halfway down in between Chickasaw and Chippewa, that sidewalk is breaking through. So it's pretty dangerous. So we need to, I need to get on that pretty quick. So. And again, thank you and Tion for all you getting up the limbs. There's been a lot of debris out, and we thank y'all for that.
That's great.
I got a work order here, Mayor, and it's dealing with the same pothole that keeps coming in front of Chisholm's on Union Street. So I'm hoping at some point we can figure something out about about digging it out, pouring some concrete. Mr. Jason, I know we've talked about it, but I got calls again today, and this is our. Are we working on it? Okay.
Yeah, we've been actually working on it. We've milled it and.
Yeah, it just keeps coming.
Yeah. What I think we're gonna have to do, Doc, I think we're probably gonna have to pour some concrete in there, because every time we put cold mix or hot mix in it, those trucks coming down there and they pull it right back out of there, so. Yeah.
Ryan and I was working with Ryan and Keith Lewis on that, since that's in his district, and that's what they just trying to come up with. They got a little money, but they still working on some more stuff to make sure that we do it the right way.
That's a big tenfold. We got it.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, their intentions are to help us with that, with Union Street. Mr. Moak?
Thank you, Mayor. Just a few things. Members of the board, there's some packets that were on your desk. These are matters that you've been discussing over the past several weeks. These are some final resolutions to that. You may want to look at them, and after executive session, if you come back in, you may or may not want to take those up at your own schedule. A couple of legal matters, Mayor, that will be that need to discuss in executive session, and then just a notice to folks. You'll start seeing in the newspaper commencing June the 10th 4 times. The bond issues will be presented there in the newspaper, and so just don't, if anybody asks you about it, that's what those are for. And don't forget, those are no tax bonds, no tax increases that come with those bonds, only to deal with the infrastructure matters that you folks have been talking about here for the past 6 or 8 months. And then they'll be ready on the 21st of July for us to go to court, have hearing that day. So just the schedule is commencing, just to let you know.
Thank you, Mr. Moak. Let me reiterate the fact that we know that we have problems with ditches. We do. And for those of you who are watching this live stream, we understand the frustration that you have. But if you all would just be patient with us, just give us some time to get these things under control. One thing we cannot do we cannot stop the rain. It's gonna rain, it's gonna rain hard at times, it's gonna be flash flooding at times, and we cannot control those issues. But we're gonna do our best to make sure that when these things happen, that we'll have a little bit more control over where the water goes, instead of in your houses, or in your driveways, in your backyards, in your front yard. We're working hard to do that. And my advice and suggestion to you is, don't throw your debris in those ditches, and don't throw your garbage bags full of garbage in those ditches. And when you do your leaves, those leaves clog up the street drains. And so when they get to those drains, they just clog up because so many folks put leaves up. I've even thought about asking if you would be so nice to put those leaves in a bag, but I think that's impossible to do. But these things clog up the street drains, and so the streets flood. And so we're having some issues with those things. So help us, help us. That's what I'm asking you all to do. I know the complaints, and my desire is we wish that everything would just flow just smoothly on by, but it's not that way. But we're going to try our best to get it done. So bear with us, bear with the city workers. These guys be out there in the rain. They're out there fighting mosquitoes like everybody else, and they're working hard to try to figure this out, and they're working to try to make sure that as best they can to clean these ditches as we go. So thank y'all so much. Thank you for coming this evening. I hope my appeal reached some heart other than the folks in this audience. I hope it reached some hearts that's on the Facebook. We're doing the best we can to make these ditches better. And thank y'all. Now it's about time for us to go in executive session. Thank you all for coming out, and we certainly appreciate you. Thank you for the appearances. Brought us. We're hoping that you all can help us out with the police department. Thank you so much. By executive session, Mississippi Code Section 2541-7, both A and B. So we'll be working on both personnel and legal. Thank y'all for coming. I need a motion. All in favor? Thank y'all. All right, our session, we're now back in session. The matters we're taking up in the executive session, 1 through 4, but number 1, we review the police department position and policies. I need a motion. All in favor? Ms. Hines, you voting?
What was the question again?
Review the police department position and policies. Yes or no, Ms. Hines? Okay. Okay. Number 2, approve general payroll increases within the fire department, police department, water and street department. Approve employee training seminar. Motion.
Motion.
All in favor? Second? Is that second? Second. All in favor? Terminate 2 water department employees, Mr. Campbell and Mr. Joseph Owens. Need a motion. Second. All in favor? Say it again?
I said I abstain from that because I just think we need I want something right, but so I'm abstaining from that one. I'm not voting for that. I abstain. No.
Okay. Approve the cemetery ordinance.
Second.
Second.
All in favor? Approve temporary easement.
Motion.
All in favor? Temporary vendors permit.
I want a roll call vote for that, Mayor.
I would like to amend that to at least $15 for like, because we have different charity events and things like that is coming up. So our motion that we do, amend that down to $15.
You heard the amendment? You can do that.
Hey, make it 20, it's easier to handle 20.
I amend that to $15.
All in favor? Need a motion to amend?
I want a roll call vote.
Say it again?
I request a roll call vote. I'm voting against it.
So is it, you just want the policies written out? Is what we need to you want clear policies?
Right.
Okay. Well, let's table it so we can get clear policies.
Now we're gonna do a vote. Ms.
Henry,
Chair?
he motioned.
Yeah,
Excuse me one second. This is on the amendment, reducing it from 50
To 20 to 15.
temporary permit down to 15.
Correct.
Thank you.
reducing it from 50 to 20 to 15. Mr. Flett, Ms. Grice? Henning?
Yes.
Ms. Tate?
No.
Ms. Moore?
Yay.
Ms. McGee?
No.
Ms. Hines?
No.
Mr. Spiller?
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you. Motion passed. Motion passed to amend from 50 to 15. All right. Terminate the contract of Mr. Kenny Wayne Jones. Need a motion?
Motion.
I think we need discussion with that too.
We can get to it.
Okay.
Need a motion?
Second.
Discussion?
Well, I mean, I just think, Mr. Wayne, on behalf of being, I guess, absent, I think about me being new here. All due respect of you being new also, basically he's been our liaison for actually knowing anything about the state, and up on talking to Mr. Jason one time and the other guys one time, basically we've got more information from him than anybody else for the state concerned. So my thing is, I guess, you being the mayor, if that's your person, I guess this is what you choose for it to happen, we support the mayor. But I think for us, the fact of a person that's been a person that contact us and communicate with us, that basically allows us to know what's going on, that he's been our mentor, or our resource. So again, if you don't need him, I guess that becomes good for you. But for us I'm concerned, we're concerned, I'm concerned, that he's been an asset to me to give me resources and also give me information about what goes on there. So I'm not, again, I would definitely not be voting for that one for sure.
No discussion?
Well, I would just like to know, I mean, what the reasoning was. I mean, you vote for what you vote for, but I would like to know why.
Any discussion? As to why? No discussion as to why? All in favor? Motion passed. Thank you. Let's come to the conclusion of our meeting. Thank y'all for coming out. Need a motion? All in favor? Thank y'all.